Hello, welcome to ERO F5 for the Spanish Grand Prix. I'm your commentator, Sparrow Mortley. It's great to be here. And yes, hopefully my neighbours aren't too noisy, though they will be picked up on the stream. I do need to load up the stream, so I need to mute my laptop. As we see a couple of people leaving the pits now. Where is the stream loading? Right, there we go. So, we are here. We got Jordan out on track, we got Quesadilla out on track, and we got Rongson out on track, as well as the Azerbaijani of... what's his name? Charlie Roberts and Jacob all coming out on track. Now, what is that man's name? He's not a full-time driver, that's great. Oh, bit of contact between those two, potentially. What's the guy's name? Sadie Gariev, we'll call him Gariev. Got Rongson. I haven't commentated on this man in a long time. Isfod's out on track. Who's first out on track? I think it was Quesadilla. Let me also get all of this. Oh, there we go. Here we go, first man to start a lap is Mr. Quesadilla in the green Sauber. Going down into turn 1 now, heavy on the brakes, as Elliot Parker joins the lobby. Now goes through turn 3, I also need to load up the Barcelona de Catalunya track map. Perfect. Now if I go on Wikipedia, then load it up. Perfect. He's invalidated. Right, we are off to Jordan. Jordan yet to invalidated. He goes through turn 9 now using ERS. Down into turn 10. I'm not even going to try any pronunciations of names. Oh, Jesus Christ. Perfect. Right. Jordan now goes through the final corner of Catalunya. He's going to go across the line to the 14.3. Next up is his teammate Matthew Rongson. He's going to go do a 13.6. Followed by a Ferrari who's just started his lap. Mercedes who's invalidated, and Charlie Roberts goes top. We're just going to let all the times flood in. Right, that's all the times. Who's next? Isfod's up next. I've got another ping. This time it's this league. Isfod has invalidated. Give me that, and then give me that. Bosh. Callum's on for the win, says Bashi. Could happen. Who's next? It's Scratch. But he's not on lap. Quesadilla's invalidated. There is some slow lap times. Who's next? Oh, we could potentially see... Who's the... We got Jacob... Oh, João Santos goes on top with a 13.4. Here comes Jacob with a 14.1. If Sokol goes off the track at the final corner, Callum Clark goes P4. Let's have a look at Zolf. Is he the next one to cross the line? Yes, he is. No, that's Isfod. He's invalidated though. Zolf is not on a lap. Cool. We'll still watch him, because why not? Here we go, as he goes through Catalonia now. DRS and ERS being used, DRS deployed. Into turn 1 now. Medium speed chicane with turn 2 into the long, fast corner of turn 3. Darius having a little slide on around the corner there. Through Repsol now of turn 4. Potentially another little slide into turn 5 now. Staying in 4th gear. ERS being deployed a tiny bit there. Through turn 6 into turn 7 and 8, one of the trickier parts of the track. Up now to turn 9, flat out if you dare. DRS open. Under the bridge, heavy braking zone. Fling it through turn 10 into 11 and then 12 into Europe car of turn 13. Having a little wiggle there around the final corner of Catalonia. Across the line, it's going to be a 13.5 going ahead of Rongson. Good luck by him. Next up is Mr. Suchol. 1/10 up in Sector 1, going now down into turn 6, into 7 and 8, going completely off the track there. As we are going to watch Garayev, the Azerbaijani, through the medium speed chicane of 1 and 2, into turn 3 now. Good run through there for the Azerbaijani. As João Santos goes quicker with a 13.2. Good lap by him. Into turn 5 now. Planting the throttle to the floor as we have a yellow flag in sector 3. That is the Alpine of Suchol. With Garayev getting a good run. Into turn 9. Flat out. DRS wide open. Bit of ERS to help him along. Through turn 9, purple sector 2 potentially, for the McLaren. Going into turn 12, wanted to get a good exit to power through the final 2 corners. Flat out through the final corner of Catalonia. It's going to be DRS across the line. It's a 12.7, great lap by the Azerbaijani. Next up is Quesadilla. Used up all his battery. DRS open. 13.0 for the Sauber. Good lap by him. Here comes Scratch. Does a 15.5. Here comes Jordan. Spinning up turn 7. That could be rear wing damage for the Williams. And he's reset to track. Oh. And he's done it again. That would be 2 penalties for him, as we now see Elliot Parker in the Red Bull going through turn 4 into the braking zone of turn 5 now, down to 2nd gear, up through the gears, not using any overtake, down into turn 7 and 8. Solid run through there by the American, flat out through turn 9. DRS wide open. Heavy into turn 10, down to 3rd gear. Picking up the throttle, running as to the extremities as you can, up through turn 12. Use as much exit curb as you can. Round 13 into 14 now. Bit of brakes through the corner. Across the line, it's going to be a 14.5, 1 millisecond quicker than Suchol. Now back on board with, we're going to go with Charlie Roberts. Yes, we are. Tiny bit down on his time in sector 1. Very wide on the exit of turn 9. Carried a bit too much speed through. He's 2.5 cents down. He's not going to be improving. We're going to go to Jordan now. He's just over 2 tenths up on his time, and he's done the exact same thing as last lap. And he's reset to track for the 3rd time. And that's another penalty. Who's next? Callum Clark. Sector 1, almost 2 tenths up on his time, is the Haas. Heavy on the brakes. Using a lot of exit curb, which is what you should do. That's going to be Jordan. May not have reset to track there, that's good. Well done. Through turn 9, now back with the Romanian. Heavy into the braking zone of turn 10, 2.5 tenths up, just over, is Callum. He's going to round turn 12. Use a lot of curb on the exit, round turn 13. Now into the final corner of 14. Getting a good run out of the corner, across the line. It's going to be almost 3 tenths of improvement going ahead of Rongson there. But here comes Rongson to respond. Goes P2 just behind Gariev. He's invalidated. Here comes Suchol. Moving up to P4. 1.4 seconds of improvement found there by the Polishman. Who's next to be on a lap? It's going to be the McLaren of Gariev. He's just let through Jack in the Red Bull. He's going to go round turn 12 to start his lap through Europe car. Through the final corner. Lifting fully off through it. That's not a good way to start your lap. With the Red Bull now, the McLaren in tow. Through the medium speed chicane of turn 1 and 2 into the long sweeping left of turn 3. Solid run through there by the Red Bull. The McLaren just over 1 tenth down on his time. Could potentially find time though, I feel. Through turn 5 for the Red Bull. Using a tiny bit of VRS through turn 7 and 8. Taking it quite cautiously is Jack. Oh, he's lost it. Ray just fully went round Gariev, half a tenth up. Alright run. Through turn 10, 11 and 12. Draining the battery now. On that tiny straight between 12 and 13. Round the final corner of 14. Draining even more battery. DRS wide open. 1.5 tenths improved. 12.6. Next up, we will have a look at Mr. Suchol, who's marginally down his time. We'll have a look at some other people. Well, I've made my mind up. I'm staying with him. As he now goes round 13 of Europe Car and into the pits. Here we go with João Santos. Round turn 3, very long. Having to keep your foot planted the entire time. Just over a tenth up for him. Round turn 5. Going up through the gears into turn 7, down to 4th gear. Tiny bit of DRS deployment, flat through turn 9. DRS open, burning a bit of battery. Heavy on the brakes. Almost 3 tenths up on his time. 2nd gear up to 5th, heavy in, not heavy. Dab of the brakes through turn 12. And then flat through the final 2 corners as Jack moves up to P7. DRS to the line is going to be P2 for the Ferrari, 4 tenths gained. Good luck by him. Next up is Scratch. Turn 3, going into turn 4 now, 1.5 tenths up on his time. Needed a good lap here. There is less than 3 minutes of this qualifying session to go. What? He is lagging a bit, is Scratch. He goes through 7 and 8. Using a bit of ERS, flat through 9. Goes off the track and exceeds track limits. That will be a lap invalidation for him. Is Elliot Parker on a lap? We will see by the Delta. No. We're right on board with this FOD then. Through 1 and 2 now. Into the long right-hander of turn 3 as we see the other Aston Martin going very, very slowly through turn 13, trying to not get in other people's way. Good for him. This Ford with a 21.9 in sector 1. Tiny bit of a slide on the exit of turn 5. Through 7 and 8. Up through the gears, going to take this corner flat. Using a bit of battery and DRS down this straight, heavy into the braking zone. 51.8 combined 1 and 2. There's yellow flags further behind for the Mercedes of Jacob Duck. He goes around the final 2 corners flat out. Takes a decent enough line. It's going to be across the line. It's going to be P11 with a 13.9 for the Hungarian. Be around turn 9 with Scratch. Into the braking zone of turn 10, almost 7 tenths up on his time. Through turn 11 and 12. Good run through there. Flat through the final 2 corners. Using a bit of ERS between them. It's going to be across the line. P12 for Scratch. Next up is going to be the Irishman, Mr. Darius, Mr. Zolf. Here he goes, DRS wide open, ERS being deployed. Gonna head down into the braking zone, braking around 80 metres before the corner, flinging the car through 1 and 2. Through turn 3, right up against the curb. He's going to take a tighter exit to get a good run out of the corner. Oh, just over 2.5 tenths up in sector 1. Gariev and João Santos didn't go back out, and they will be locking in their times. So now go through turn 7 and 8 with Zolf. Round turn 9. So you see a bit of chaos further down. In turn 12 on the exit of it. 2.5 tenths up still is Darius. Round 11 into 12. Suchol moving up to P4. Rongson staying in 3rd. Tiny bit of a lift by Darius there, and he's invalidated on the final corner. He's going to be furious with himself. That would have put him just behind Suchol and ahead of Quesadilla. As Jordan retires, Quesadilla almost does the exact same thing and improves a tiny bit. Final car will be Nick Hill. So he's going to round final couple of corners. And he is going to dive into the pits. So your pole sitter is the man from Azerbaijan. It is Sadi Gariev with a 12.6 pole lap time, followed by João Santos, Matthew Rongson, Suchol, Quesadilla, Charlie Roberts, Jacob, Darius, Callum, Isfod, Scratch, Jordan, Elliott, and Nick Hill, rounding out the grid here. for the Spanish Grand Prix. Please don't say this man's using Suchol. If you're using chase cam, I'm not going to be very happy, because I hate people who use chase cam. Yes, I've already run through the grid. Those are your drivers. And let's move on to the race, where hopefully we will see some good racing action, interesting strategies, and the potential of a couple crashes. Looks like Rog might not join me today. And as he is still on a different game, potentially. Yep, he's still on a different game. I won't say which game. Just because I won't. I need to put my fan on. I am getting warm. As we now wait for the drivers to do their strategies, setups, fuel, all of that fun stuff. We'll now just wait. And from what I can see, there's barely any clouds, but we'll go back to area 3, 4, 5. Red lights here in front of the drivers, it's lights out, and away we go for the Spanish Grand Prix. As there is a couple positions gained by some people as we run down into turn 1. There's already contact. Chaos here in the first couple of corners. Bluminac. Let's have a look at tyres. Okay. First of all, let's have a look at position changes. Because of the chaos, Jacob's gained 6 positions, Jordan's retired, Callum Clark, where did I get Wyatt from? I don't know. Has gained 6 positions. Sokol going down the inside at turn 7, 8, 9. Christ. Down the inside at turn 9. Great move by him. Now go around turn 10. The Alpine, who potentially caused all this chaos, is in P2. Around just less than 3.5 seconds off, as that's a horrendous line by Jacob as Callum makes the move for P3. Let's have a look at the tyres now. As we see the top 2 alongside Quesadilla, João Santos, and Jack on the softs, everyone else on the mediums, bar Darius, who is on the hards and looking to go long. Suchol gaining a bit of time on the Azerbaijani in the first 2 sectors. That was a bit wide by Darius there, as we see a 10-second time penalty. Well, no, don't say 10 second, you don't know what it's how much it is. It's a 3-second time penalty for Quesadilla, that's my bad. As Gariev now rounds the final couple corners with a very, very healthy lead. Sadie is the GOAT, he truly is at the current moment. As we now go further down the field, as we see a potential dive bomb by Darius there on Sadie. Not on Sadie, on Quesadilla, did I say? I don't know. I'm forgetting things quite easily today. I don't know why. Anyways, around turn 5, I'm gonna ride on board with the Sauber Mr. Quesadilla, who takes a lot of inside curb there. Darius follows him through turn 8. Looking like a bit of track extending there by Callum on the exit of turn 9. He's gonna go through turn 10 and 11, the double apex left. So we now head through the final 2 corners, both of which flat out in qualifying. First one is flat in race trim, but second one isn't. Here comes Darius, draining the battery, looking to make a move on the Sauber. That is a horrendous dive bomb there by Jacob as he cuts the corner. So we're going to go up to Quesadilla. I'm going to have a look at this from the cams outside as we see a move on scratch by Jack, as Sadie is now 4.3 seconds ahead of Suchol in P2, as Quesadilla just ghosts through Jacob there. Darius potentially going for a move. He isn't into turn 10. Would have been a risky move if he went for it, but he didn't, thankfully. As Quesadilla loses the rear end a bit as Jack gets past João Santos with scratch, loops half spinning as he goes around the outside. Great move by the Red Bull. Now go down into turn 1. No potential dive bomb threats by anyone, or any nuclear attacks on any of the cars in front. As now Sadie is just less than 4.5 seconds off, not ahead of Suchol. Now this is where I would potentially start doing my game show, but there's barely any people. As we did a game show in round 3, me and Rog with guess the track with some clues. I was thinking of doing another one, but Quesadilla's run a bit wide and there's a yellow flag for Nick Hill. Here comes Darius Mazaheri round the outside. Good move by him. But I don't think we have potentially enough people to do it, but I might give it a go next week as Elliot Parker does a switchback on his teammate. Good move by the American to hold his position ahead of Jack. So now go round the final corner. The Red Bulls practically pushing each other as we see João Santos diving into the pits, and Scratch has put it in the pit wall. What a mistake to make. It's a schoolboy error there, and then he gets a 10-second time penalty to worsen things. It's not going well for him. As he goes onto the hards and João Santos onto the mediums. As we see Gariev going, potentially causing a yellow flag. He does as he loses around 2. Just over 2 seconds, 2.5 seconds lost to the Alpine of Suchol. I kinda want to do the quiz show thing with someone else in the party, as Rongson's trying to go down. Lads, stop trying with the DRS games. I'm looking at you, Quesadilla. He's now going to drain the battery to try and hold position. gonna go to the inside, is Wrongson. It's gonna be a great... He goes very, very deep. And ends up losing position that he tried to gain. And so I'm gonna go back to the guys. Tiny bit ahead. So now I'm gonna go through turn 7 with Darius, who goes a bit deep. As I am trying to sort out my laptop screen while everything is going on. Let's see if similar things happen between these two, because if they do, as we see more yellow flags for Nick Hill. Yeah, Quesadilla is just trying to do DRS games with Wrongson here. That's fair by Wrongson, if I'll be honest with you, as Suchor dives in the pits. Because I feel like DRS games aren't allowed in this league. I don't know though, as Darius makes a move on Jacob for P3 now, with the Polish Alpine driver diving into the pits. Scratch gets another penalty, this time a 3-second time penalty for exceeding track limits multiple times. As we see more yellow flags, that is going to be... How's he done that? Scratch has retired on track, which you can't do in this league. So I have a couple of reports of my own to be making. One for... well... 3 in 1 for Jordan for resetting to track and qualifying 3 times, as the Azerbaijani dives into the pits and the Romanian will take the race lead. Mr. Callum Clark going ahead. Corflex also dives into the pits. It's going to see a potential close fight between the Haas and the Ferrari of Callum Clark and Darius Mazzaherou. To now go through turn 4. Callum getting very close to the extremities of the track. Through turn 5, through the kink of 6. Through 7 and 8. You know what, I'll get my reports in, might as well. Yeah, where are they? Qualifying. I am going... Was that... No, that wasn't Jordan's. Oh, yep, there we go. Found it. As we now see Darius making a move into turn 1. Good move by the Ferrari. Pause. Go off that. Quit. Where's the... As Darius is now kind of... He's pulled a second almost on Callum though. So I will now make my report. Resetting to track volume. Scroll down, share clip, copy, bang. As Sadie now sets the bus off for the race, I am trying to sort some things out. F5 reports, what's going on in F5 allocation, that's just the updated grid. Yeah, I do it. Where the hell is the Spanish flag? Oh, it's ES, isn't it? Oh, Jesus Christ. Yes, I am doing that myself because... Yes. Wait, Wait. I don't know if I can report as the commentator, I just remembered I may not be able to do that. Oh, well, I'll have the clip saved somewhere. That's calm dives into the pits. So now if we go back to these, has any more people said anything? Not really. Oh no, pause that, go to the next point of where Jordan binned it. I feel like it was around 6 minutes left. I'm trying to find where this man resets track the third time. I don't think it was... Oh, no. Wrong car. Come on now. What cars are with them? Jordan was in the pits. Jordan is still in the pits. It would have been better if I was recording this personally, so I didn't have to go through endless amounts of stream footage. Not endless, obviously, but like... Bronson now dives into the pits, he's just ruined my opportunity. Yep, cool. Don't worry. So we will start a clip. Just as that's about. Bring it back a little. Yeah, perfect. And now I need to go on the very long hunt to find where Jordan reset the track in qualifying for the third time. As Jacob gets a time penalty for exceeding track limits. Yeah, not the first time. There we go, found it. Perfect. Clip. There we go, perfect. Yeah, I'll slap it in there. And put a little 1, 2, 3. Perfect. Alright. We will do this, bang, pause, share clip, copy. Who can I trust this with? I could trust this with whoever the tier coordinator is for. I know, I can just check who's done bloody who's put up attendance. Tim. Announcements. Tim. As Isford gets past Jacob as he just comes out of the pits. do need to send that message. Go back here. Go pitch. Boss. Pause. Share clip. Copy. Discord. Paste. Bosh. Bish. Visit site. Pause. Share clip. Copy. Discord. Paste. Go. There you go, Tim. Jacob now gets past the mighty Isford, and Darius now peels off into the pits. He's going to come out behind Callum Clark, but with a 7-lap tyre advantage. Over the Romanian. I can now go back to my merry way of get rid of that, and that, then going back to the live feed and checking where the hell's the comments gone. There we go. So now if I drag that there, slap that on there, scroll down, gosh, there we go. As the race leader, Sadie Garriev, into the pits for his second stop. And this time onto the mediums again. He did start on the softs, to be fair to him. And to be fair, my strategy around this track was much more weirder. Here comes Darius. Is he going to be ahead? No, he's going to be slight. Oh, round the outs for side by side between the two. Bit of contact. Good stuff to be between the pair of them, to be fair. Now Charlie Roberts dives into the pits after being on his hard compounder tyres for 17 laps. Callum now has a 5.5, almost 5 point, we'll say 5.5 second lead over not Callum Clark, he's leading the race, over Sadie Garriev and Darius. Now if I wanted to be a bit cheeky, I could nick off my saying that I use with Marasivali and just switch the country from Pakistan to Azerbaijan. Yes. Give me 1 sec, I will be back shortly. We are back. I need to put some deodorant on. There we go. Perfect. as Garriev is gaining around a second a lap on the race leader, Mr. Callum Clark, and has also pulled a second on Darius. He now sets the fastest lap of the race as Darius has drained his battery to depletion. Garriev already gained over a second, 1.2 seconds on this lap to the Romanian. You know, around turn the double apex of 10 and 11 through turn 12. So you see yellow flags for Nick Hill as he lets the top three past him. So now go into turn 1 and 2 on board with the Azerbaijani of Sadi Garriev, or Sadi Garriev, however you pronounce his first name. Garriev, we'll go with that. Into turn 4 now, gaining on the Romanian. So now I'm going to go through the kink of 6 into the awful section of 7 and 8. Flat out through turn 9 if you feel like it. Most likely lifting off. DRS and ERS helping him to make the move into turn 10. Good move by the man from Azerbaijan. It doesn't work, so I say Jan. You know, say Azerbaijan. I don't know. I'm keeping it with Maratibali whenever I commentate on him. And I'll go through medium speed chicane of 1 and 2. Around turn 3 into 4. Let's have a look at Callum Clark. Oh, well. Why give me this camera angle? I hate it. Get it away. Go right on board. Oh. And then they change it to an even worse one. Oh my god. It's horrendous. You're on turn 9 with Darius, tiny lift. The Irishman. My fan isn't even hitting me. That's great. So now go into 13 and 14. Darius draining a bit of battery to try and get closer to Callum. I have 2 things in another league. Why do I have things in there? That's fair. Quesadilla gets another 3 second for exceeding track limits this time. As we will have the Premier League season kicking off in an hour. Liverpool against Bournemouth as Darius almost makes a move. A ridiculous move on the exit of turn 8 round the outside into turn 9, but doesn't quite do it. Having a look to the inside now is the Irishman. Trying to get the run through turn 11 into turn 12. Staying out of the dirty air of the house. Getting a solid exit out of the corner. Now DRS, ERS, Slipstream making the move to the inside. Callum's gonna fight it. But Darius does take P2. Good stuff by the Ferrari driver. As Suchol tries to go down the inside, Rongson almost turns across him there. As Suchol moves up to P4. I'm getting so many things. It's from the same bloody league. With those yellow flags, that'll be Nick Hill letting people through. As Jacob gets 10 seconds for cutting a corner. What's he doing? That's Rongson getting fairly close to Suchol now, so I'm trying to help some people with trying to work out what's going on with the weather in one of their races. As Jacob retires from the race. In the order point system, everyone would be getting points, but I don't know if everyone's getting points now. I'm hoping for points in F3, but I don't know if that's going to happen. Because, I don't know. Sometimes, I'm either sometimes good, sometimes maybe bleep. You can probably guess what that word is, but I'm not going to swear as it's a stream. And yeah. As we now see Rongson with his DRS gaining on Suchol, but can't quite make the move into turn 1. Through turn 3 now. Into turn 4, Rongson, if he wanted to, could save a bit of battery by putting the ERS mode down to none. That could be a good idea. Let's see if he does it, see if he's watching the stream. No, he's going to use overtake instead. Yes, it's the Silverstone livery, which you can use if you want to in like online and many other things. So yeah, quick, you'll learn something new every day. Graphic over my head. That's not gonna work. You know, go through turn 4 with Wrongson. So you see blue flags for Elliot Parker in the Red Bull. That was a horrendous line by Wrongson there. Jesus. Now Suchol's managed to pull away from the Brit. As we do see Garyev getting a bit of slipstream from his teammate to pull ahead and lap him once more. Garyev on the penultimate lap of the race, leading around this track. He's doing quite good. Is the man from Azerbaijan. We will now go through the kink of 6 into the horrific corners of 7 and 8. Through 9. As Charlie Roberts gets a 3-second time penalty into turn 10 now. Into the double apex with 11. Through turn 12. Round the penultimate corner and into the final corner for this penultimate time. As he now starts the final lap of the race. Going now into turn 1. Getting a good run through those corners, through turn 3. Using a bit more overtake to try and help him to potentially get the fast lap of the race, which he most likely won't, even though I think he holds it. As Quesadilla gets another 3-second time penalty. Down now through 7 and 8. Almost flat out through 9. He will take it flat out. Good for him. Now under the bridge into turn 10 and 11 as we see yellow flags of Nick Hill letting through Darius. Round on the exiting 12 now. Through 13. Rounding the final corner. Sadi Garyev wins in F5 by almost 11 seconds to the Ferrari of Darius Mazaheri. Will it be 11 seconds? It will be 11 seconds as Darius crossed the line, P2. Callum Clark's going to come across in P3 with Suchol P4 and Wrongson P5. Next up we have a fairly close fight for P6 as Elliot Parker and Nick Hill cross the line in 11 and 12. João Santos is just gonna miss out on P6 with Jack finishing in front of him. Charlie Roberts rounding the final couple of corners in his Alpine. And across the line to finish P8. Here comes the Sauber of Quesadilla, finishing P9. And the final man across the line, it's going to be Isford. But your race winner in papaya and silver, it's Garyev. P1 from P1. Great result by him. Darius gaining 7 positions, as well as Callum. So we see Garyev win, followed by Darius, Callum, Suchol, Wrongson, Jack, João Santos, Chlorine Pilot, Isford, Quesadilla, Elliot Parker, Nick Hill, with Jacob, Scratch, and Jordan all retiring. Here's your race director if anyone wants to use it. And there we go. That has been ERO F5 for the Spanish Grand Prix. I will leave you guys there, and I will see you next week in wherever we are next week. So I'll see you then. Goodbye.